We are ready for our preliminary bouts. Making his way to the mat and representing Team Lloyd Irvin, it's Sam Kilmer!
Sam Kilmer, a staple here at these Copa Elite tournaments. He was in the finals match of the last cash prize division versus Felipe Costa, took silver in that, had phenomenal performances. We've seen him win the Copa Virginia cash prize divisions for those tournaments. No stranger. He was out in Dallas last weekend at ADCC, got a chance to speak to him coming into this event. Always ready to bring it, always ready to bring action, and put a heavy pressure on any person that's in front of him.
Yeah, Sam's known to push the pace. He likes to play on top. He likes to pressure in, and is very successful in getting those passes and those points off of that style of passing.
Yeah, again, he's a guy that'll sit and pressure forward in that knee cut as long as he needs to get it done.
And his opponent, making his way to the mat and representing MMA Institute, it's Brian Nielson!
Brian Nielson, a black belt out of the MMA Institute coming in. So we are in the preliminary bouts of our cash prize division. These are the pony matches that lead into the tournament bracket. These are the first matches we're going to see. Absolutely ecstatic to see these two gentlemen take the mat.
And we have one more pony match, one more preliminary match after this particular match, and then we enter into the quarterfinals of the tournament.
Referee is pointing something on Brian's foot. I can't exactly tell what we're looking at. It seems to be some sort of issue. Potentially looking for, there's something on his foot that they're trying to get off.
Oh, it seems that he walked out to the mat without sandals on, so we're cleaning off the feet, making sure the mats are nice and clean for all the athletes coming out here today.
Yeah.
Getting the action started here. Sam coming in with a heavy collar tie to start.
These are 7-minute matches as well for this cash prize tournament. Sam Kilmer, we know him to wrestle real heavy. Again, has a really aggressive style that tends to give a lot of guys problems.
Sam always plays in this sort of wide, almost square stance once we're engaged. A beautiful super duck there from Sam, right into this knee cut position that we know him for. 2 points on the board for Sam early.
Yeah, this is the position that we see Sam Kilmer win matches, and he's going to sit. That arm's going to be very extended over the top of the lat, behind the tricep of his opponent. He's going to sit there with that wide knee stance. He can do this for as long as you can deal with him in this position, pressuring consistently forward, hand fighting, looking to put that knee and blast through whenever he gets the opportunity.
And he's incredibly stable in this position. It's something that you see from MMA fighters like Sam, accomplished guys that like to hang out in this position. He can pass from here, but more importantly, it is almost impossible to sweep Sam from this position. Now, last year we saw one sweep from the gentleman that ended up winning the Copa Elite tournament last year, but outside of that, Sam was stable in this position for many, many matches and has been throughout Copa Virginia events as well.
Great body lock pass immediately going on to the back. I have been in Sam's body lock before on the back, threading a rear naked choke, and it is extremely tight. Sam has been so dominant from this position for many, many years now.
Brilliant quick work there from Sam as Brian turned to turtle. Sam scooted around to the backside and laid the hooks in very rapidly. It was smart work. Very nice response timing from him. Enters into the body lock. And as Maine mentioned earlier, Sam can hang out into this body lock for a long time.
Yeah, it's absolutely a miserable position. He puts so much pressure on. I love the tactics, though. Sam knows he's in the first round of this tournament. He needs to get his points. He throws those hooks in initially and then goes to that body lock that he's so strong. And that's what you have to think about in this tournament when you have multiple matches is how do I get through the match? How do I put points on the board early and prepare myself to take the first match and then subsequent matches later?
And that's especially true in these cases where we have these pony matches, these preliminary matches, because if Sam goes to the finals, he potentially may have one more fight tonight than his opponent.
Yeah, I mean, either of these guys make it through, they will have started at that extra match.
So that energy efficiency is really important. Sam heavy into that choke.
And I love that Sam is transitioning his feet. Again, this is something we've seen him do, for I think 6 or 7 years at this point. He can get on your back, and then no matter what angle you go, he switches across. He'll switch his feet across, and it is so difficult for guys to get out of that position.
And this is a technical thing that needs to be done more and more as people learn how to deal with this body lock position. It's becoming more and more prominent in jiu-jitsu. It is easier to escape, and there's some submissions that can be had when we end up in a position like Sam's in now, where the lock is on the side that the top person's body weight, or the person that has their back taken's body weight, is on. And so you see this escape attempt only once Brian was able to roll towards the side of the body lock. Sam was doing a nice job for a little bit there, moving that lock, the actual triangle lock from side to side. Brian does a nice job turning and escaping there.
Yeah, Brian's looking to enter into the legs there, but Sam does a great job of keeping the distance out, preventing Brian from being able to get under his leg and invert and try to start isolating his leg to go for the legs. Sam, again, great hip back pressure, gets his hands involved, stands up out of that attempt, and then back into this classic kind of standing over passing position that we see frequently from Kilmer.
Brian doing a nice job sitting up straight here, looking to reach down for Sam's ankles. There's a lot of come-up sweeps and things like that can happen from here. Brian opting to stand up with the technical stand-up, prefers to be back on the feet here than on his butt and guard. Looking for that arm drag. Sam does a nice job stuffing it, circling around the outside, ends up back on top here. No points for any of this because Brian initiated the exchange.
Yeah, it was interesting that Brian decided to come back to his feet there because, again, Sam's initial 2-point flurry there was from a takedown. I'm curious to see if we're going to see Brian decide to play back up to the feet or if he's going to stay into this guarded position like he's come here.
Sam entering that far-reaching knee cut, that wide stance knee cut position that he's so good at. Brian doing a nice job sitting up to turtle here. He has some sweep options from here and also a roll option, but Sam's able to escape his leg and climb up onto the back.
Yeah, Sam gets an advantage for that. Again, because Brian comes to the turtle there, Sam only gets an advantage for basically covering the hips on the back, but he is able from here to start attacking the back 4 points there.
Sam working both of those hooks in. He's got his feet crossed in front. One hook out here. He's got to set those hooks in for 3 seconds. Smart play from Sam there. He clearly knew that he doesn't get points for this body lock triangle. He wanted to gather the points on this to establish the position fully. He sets both hooks into the hips for just enough time to get those points and then switches to the body lock that we know he likes to play from.
I also love that you saw him look at the referee for when the points were scored. As soon as the points were on the board, he made that transition. Again, he's aware of where he is throughout the entire match.
That's very smart strategic play here. Sam is now up 10-0 with 1:30 left on the clock. We see that nice transition from left body lock to right body lock here as Brian rolled over toward the side that the body lock was on. Again, very smart tactical play, very smart strategic technical play from Sam here. Someone that clearly plays in this position very often, looking for that choke again.
Yeah, and again, this body triangle from Sam is miserable. As someone who's been in this personally in competition from Sam, it is absolutely miserable. He is so strong from this position, the way that he compresses you, and he makes it so fatiguing to try to continue to turn out. You tend to drop your hands to try to eventually give yourself some freedom from the hooks, and that's when Sam's able to pull the choke across like he's trying to do now.
Brian doing a nice job staying diligent on the hands, though. That's the smart thing to do here. That's the safe thing to do here, and it's really what he needs to focus on. He can also start moving his hips back and forth to try to create some opportunities to escape while Sam transitions the body triangle from side to side, but he's got to focus on those hands first. Sam opens that body triangle, and Brian does a nice job reacting by scooting his hips out. Sam back on top in this knee cut position.
Yeah, this is Sam's bread and butter. Again, body triangle, look for the choke. Once somebody spins out of the choke, back to this knee cut, force the turtle, back to the body lock from the back. Like this is what Sam has made his hay for years doing, and implementing a great game plan tonight with just under 5 seconds left to go. Brian shoots really hard for the legs, but Sam stays around it. And he's going to take this match on points.
Really nice work from Sam here. Takes this match 10-0. Sam will move on to the quarterfinals of this Copa Elite Cash Prize Division.
Yeah. Looks great here in this bout in the first match.
Salisbury Center, let's hear it for your winner by points. Representing Team Lloyd Irvin, it's Sam Kilmer.
Yeah, Sam took a knee there at Dallas in ADCC last weekend, and it looks like that eye is a little bit swollen. I'm curious to see if that gets if that's going to be a problem for his later matches here.